So Netflix recently released a movie called Nowhere, and it's safe to say that the concept was very interesting. Set in a world where most of the resources had been drained and pregnant women and children were viewed as second-class citizens, we witnessed a pregnant Mia wanting to escape Spain with the hopes of reaching Ireland, a place where the regime wasn't accepted and lived by. With her being stranded at sea for over 3 weeks, there was some definite symbolism that was present, questioning around if what we saw was actually real, and an ending that still left some questions. So let's get into it. Here is Nowhere ending explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. Was Nico alive? Personally, I'm a firm believer in the fact that the entire time that Mia was speaking on the phone to Nico, he was dead, and she never received a phone call from him at all. I think it was more about the strength that he gave her inside of her mind, just like the baby Noah did, in order to help her have the fight within her to continue on. On a countless number of occasions, we saw that the phone that she had with her had no signal whatsoever. The lack of signal even occurred immediately before and after the phone call that she had. There's not a chance that inside of a shipping container in the middle of the ocean there would be a pocket where there would be phone service. Let's remember as well, it was always Nico that phoned Mia. When she phoned him, she was never able to get through to him, so I think that's something that also confirmed the fact that it was a hallucination. We also heard Nico saying things like, "I'm coming to get you," something which he just wouldn't be able to do in that situation, as he had no clue where Mia was. With Mia receiving a phone call right at the end where he was saying that a guard had fired at him and he was losing a lot of blood, and that it meant that he was going to die, I think that was representative of Mia coming to the realization that she may never see him again, even if she did manage to survive the ordeal, because he was most likely dead from the moment that she left the dock. Mia had many other hallucinative moments in this movie, such as the shipping container that was filled with the screams of many other individuals as it was sinking down to the bed of the ocean. All of those individuals would have most likely met the same fate as what everybody else on that shipping container that Mia was on did, so that was something that Mia most likely also imagined. So I believe that Nico was dead, and he didn't survive long enough for any of those phone calls to be possible. What happened to Uma? Within this movie, we saw that there was a lot of mystery that was surrounding Uma. We didn't know who she was and what it was that happened to her. We saw from the off that Mia blamed herself for what happened to this individual, and then during some kind of vision and hallucination we saw Uma for the first time, and then on another occasion we saw a paper airplane flying towards Mia, something which was definitely a hallucination. When Mia was talking to her newborn baby about Uma, we found out that it was Mia and Nico's firstborn child, and that she was killed as part of the regime back on land. We heard about how when the resources got tight, many individuals had to hide inside of their homes due to the fear of the authorities and the actions that they were taking against the members of the public. However, Uma got restless, and Mia allowed her to go outside and play for a short while with a paper airplane. During this time, the authorities came, saw that they were outside, and they took Uma away from her mother, and Mia never saw her daughter again. Something which tied into the responsibility that she felt for her daughter being taken away, and most likely being killed. This was also something which tied into the viewpoint that Mia had about her not wanting the child that she was pregnant with to be a girl, because she didn't want her to have the same fears that Uma had and the restrictions that were in place for women and children in the new order that was present in society. So Uma was most likely dead, although there was a chance that she could have been alive, but judging by the brutality that the officers on the container emitted, especially towards a child, I think it very much seems like Uma sadly didn't stand a chance. The ending. As we embarked onto the ending of this movie, we saw that the container was sinking deeper and deeper, and as that happened, Mia went inside to receive a photo of Nico and Uma. It was whilst she was doing that she got tangled up inside and was on the verge of drowning. However, she managed to break herself free. Once out in the sea, we saw that she was separated from baby Noah. During this scene, there was a whale that was swimming around them, and as it passed baby Noah, it blew its blowhole, which got water on the baby and meant that Noah started crying, something which made Mia aware of the direction in which she could find Noah. The whale is something that could be real, or it could not, but for me, it was more about the symbolism of what the whale meant. Whales are said to symbolize peace and longevity, something which at that moment made me think that we were going to be seeing Mia make it out of the ocean alive, and that was something that we did see. As time went on, the seagulls were flying around them, something which meant that they were close to shore as the birds wouldn't go out too far from land, and with the attention that the birds brought, it caused a fisherman's boat to head in that direction and drag baby Noah out of the water, along with Mia, who was attached to it. but she was in a condition where it looked like she was going to die. When they gave up, Noa cooed, and it gave the people on the boat the strength and inspiration to carry on. The same power that Noa gave Mia that entire time, and then with that, she woke up, and we saw that she had made her destination of reaching Ireland. Well, the sea just off of it. A happy life free of the regime was something which was going to be heading her way, so it did have a happy ending, despite being laced with tragedy. Overall review. I thought this movie was okay. It was nothing special, and to be honest, it was very unrealistic, but it served its purpose in creating a dystopian reality in which it needed to be escaped from. It felt very representative of the current issues migrants face when fleeing their home country due to devastation that's present, putting their faith in a higher power and hoping that they just make it out safely. It showed us that they put themselves through life-threatening conditions in order to hopefully come out on the other side in a country which is far safer and doesn't pose the same dangers and threats that were present in their home. The movie did feel quite long. It was near on around 2 hours, and it definitely felt like it. I feel like 15 or 20 minutes could have been shaved off of the runtime, and it would have probably gone in its favour, as there were points where I checked how far into it I was and how long was left. I thought the lead actress, Anna Castillo, did a great job. She essentially carried the movie on her shoulders, as it was just her that was present on screen for a large amount of time, so I was very impressed with her performance. There were so many moments where I was looking at her and it felt like Aubrey Plaza could have been in this role, as they looked so similar on certain occasions. This isn't a movie that I'd rush out and recommend to anybody, but I feel it tackles a difficult subject and doesn't hold back from how far it goes. It provides the fear of being out on open water and needing to find a way to survive, and it also has scenes that are quite unpredictable, so you do find yourself truly wondering if they'll make it out alive at the end. Straight to Netflix is the perfect home for this movie, as if it was in cinema, I don't think it would be doing incredible numbers. But with it sitting at number 2 in the Netflix movie chart, the movie must be doing something right. So, there you have it, Nowhere Ending Explained. If you want to see more videos such as Endings Explained, theories and predictions and character breakdowns, then click on the I button, or alternatively you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What did you think of this movie? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.